How to prevent a data leak by internal users. A good company must have efficient ways of monitoring data, so they know who and when certain information was accessed, creating a network that limits hostile actions and improper copies. In order to avoid such harmful practices, measures are needed to improve the security structure. For this, senhasegura can help you with those that should be taken to remedy such complications. Recording and monitoring. In most cases of information leaks by internal users, improper copies of the information contained in their company's database are made, but using complex password recording actions and monitoring of who had access to the specific file, it is possible to prevent illegal collection. Proper configuration for the network environment. Companies all over the world have gone through hostile attacks, and one of the gateways is the network environment, as they are easily accessed by individuals who wish to practice illegal activities, but a suitable configuration can solve such problems. Another way of prevention is to configure the device used so that its internet connection is limited and data is not transferred improperly. In case the individual needs to be online at all times, it is possible to use WEP encryption, although it is considered weak by professionals in the field. Education for implementing a security system. Although it seems banal, it is always important to explain to the internal user that just having access to the data contained in a file makes them responsible for handling the information responsibly. Along with basic network security training, the employee must be aware of the legal measures that may fall on them in case inappropriate actions are taken with confidential data, and even with these actions, monitoring and recording are of paramount importance. The access privilege. With the aid of monitoring, certain information can be further protected through the right of access. This action is intended to determine who should or should not access information contained in a given file. With it, only one group will be able to have access to the data, making the verification of suspicious actions in the system faster in order to determine possible failures in the security of information. Constant changes to passwords. Every time a certain individual has suspicious actions and ends up being dismissed from the company, the access passwords must be changed so that they do not end up remotely accessing the network. This practice should become commonplace, as access logins can often be known by unscrupulous people, and the constant change of passwords helps keep your company data secure. Protect yourself from external devices. Information can often be improperly archived on mobile devices such as USB sticks or SSDs, but through simple processes such as blocking USB ports and wireless, it can make data protection more effective. These devices are not of paramount importance for your company's daily activities, therefore, it is possible to forbid the use of the aforementioned options, and with this, all data transfer will be done over the network, where they can be monitored and blocked as needed by the company. Use encryption. This is one of the best ways to protect your company's data, because even if there is an information leak through an internal user, it cannot be used without the decryption key that should only be in the possession of a few members of your team. Have a confidentiality policy. Your employees must be aware of the confidentiality standards and the measures that will be taken in case of intentional data leaks by an individual, highlighting the penalties as determined in the document. It is extremely important that this document is signed so that it can serve as legal proof. The cloud system. Many companies use cloud systems to archive information, but these programs, despite having their advantages such as ease of access, may have flaws in their security, allowing information to be stolen or copied by malicious individuals. Regardless of any action taken, they will not be useful unless properly applied by users. A single member of a negligent team or with hostile desires can end up corrupting an entire system that was perfectly functional. That is, regardless of how good the means of protection are, the human factor must always be checked. Armed with this information, we were able to prove that a single threatening individual can ruin the image of your company and your clients. To prevent this from happening, contact senhasegura so that we can together plan the best way to protect your data in an effective and integrated manner.